Hey y'all, Berman here for the weekly update. Last few weeks have been busy behind the scenes, so there hasn't been a whole lot of visual updates to really kind of push out a weekly, so sorry for the radio silence, but I am back today and we do have a bunch of information to go over. We're going to start with the missions. So a lot of you have been asking, are we at week 10? And I've gone back and looked and have done the math. I'll post it in the announcements for y'all to see and to check, but with the RPC issues or slowdowns or whatever you'd want to call it, we are currently right around 8.34 weeks, which means that we are in week 8 and almost halfway through it, with a mission reflection of 74% locked, 26% unlocked. So just a reminder, we have no control over the RPCs. It's going to be based on 2-second blocks, and if there's a slowdown, then obviously we'll be affected by that. In fact, anybody operating on a block will be affected by that. So we're thinking 10 weeks. Week 10 should roll about 1.5 to 2.25 weeks away, assuming no more major slowdowns or RPC issues. So again, week 8, almost halfway through it. We'll just keep an eye on it. We have a couple AMAs this week. Cerebral Gaming DAO. They're going to be in the server talking about their upcoming token launch, partnerships, and the direction that they're taking the project. And then that is Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can check the events to set your current time in your standard zone. And then we'll also have MTOP swap the day after on Wednesday, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, for those who are whitelisted and have not received your airdrop toolbox mod, please head over to the whitelist channel. Only those with the role will be able to get to that channel. You can fill out the form, but before you do, look at the directions to see if you have received it. So the toolbox airdrop may be a little bit confusing. You're not actually receiving the toolbox. You will receive the modification. The modification will already be over in your mod section in the garage. So if you haven't checked there, please do so. And if you have checked and you're confident you have been missed, please go to the, I believe it's called Lambo Drive channel for whitelist guests, members, holders, and fill out the form, and we'll audit it and get you taken care of by the end of the week. All right, and some updates for the missions and marketplace. All contracts are finished. So we are just waiting on the front end UI UX. It's taking a little bit longer than expected due just to the heavy nature of the commands and options that we're rolling out. With the marketplace, we've added some things like alerts. So if you have an NFT, WenLamboNFT submitted for sale, you'll get an alert to your interface that will let you know that, hey, there's somebody actually has given you an offer. And then you'll set up counter offers and that kind of stuff. Auctions, we're setting up auctions so that way we can, really establish foundation pricing for the different types of speed levels or earning of the HVILLE, and then everything is going to be able to be purchased using your HVILLE tokens. So as soon as we finish up the UI UX, we will add the contracts to testnet, and then we will look for the bugs, get rid of them, and then we will post for deployment as soon as we can. So it's close. The major heavy lifting is done. It's now just about refinement. From our graphics department, all WenLambo 3D modeling is completed, and now we're just focused on completing the garage section for the UI for the 3D Lambo view. The Dragway 3D development in Unity is close to completion, and we'll have 100% focus on the UI and the dev completion for testnet. Once we can show that, then we'll be able to submit over for the grant resubmission, and we've pretty much been given word by Harmony Core that there should be no issues once we can show the attachment to Meta and testnet. So we should be good to go there. Upcoming contests. OneVerse is setting up a massive several-week Counter-Strike Go tournament. So we will go ahead and provide information on how to sign up for that in the coming days once we have more details. We're still waiting on details from them. So as soon as we have that, we will let you guys know and ladies and get you all signed up. Other details we're working on is the documents for Harmonyville should be available within the next week. This, as you can imagine, with just how comprehensive it is, the scope of everything, all the different applications, launch pads. Launch pads, I mean by basically incubators. We're not providing launch pads or token IDOs. It's not what we're doing, but helping other projects. So we're going to be submitting the document for revisions a couple times internally, and then once we have the completion, we will go ahead and post that out so we can deliver it just as we did with the WenLamboNFT docs. We want to make sure it looks professional. We want to make sure it's well laid out. We want to make sure that the information is easy to understand and to digest, so that way everybody's on board and has a clear, concise vision of the project that lies ahead. Last, I wanted to mention about some upcoming bounties. So we're going to be introducing a bounty program over the next couple of weeks, and the program is designed to encourage members to help market the project. So we will provide compensation based on completion of different tasks and if they are useful in our marketing. So, there may be instances where we have a bounty for, let's say, a week's worth of different Twitter posts, and we get a whole bunch of submissions. If yours is picked for the next level of deployment, then you will be compensated. If yours is a duplicate or just happens to be something similar to one that was submitted first, most likely that one won't be picked and there will be no compensation, but we won't use it either. So we'll make sure that it's very fair and thought out, and we'll be looking for Medium articles, YouTube videos, Reddit submissions, all the different types of assets. But we want to compensate the members. We want to compensate and encourage just more guerrilla marketing. So anything like that would be very, very helpful as we go forward. And then make sure, if you're not following us on Harmonyville 1 on Twitter, then be sure to do so. And then we've also made an announcement that in the server, you're going to start noticing more Harmonyville, HVILLE applications, designations, graphics as we get ready to start pushing the next phase of the project. So cheers, racers, Harmonyville. I think Smith calls it Harmony Millionaires. Thanks for being here, being a part of the Metaverse and the project. Cheers, bourbon.